Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99 back on the fight front once again. Just wanted to go back and do a little post-fight for this fight on Bellator 215 between Lindsey VanZandt and Tabatha Watkins. Shout out to Lindsey VanZandt. I'm a fan of her. And, I've been watching like her first 4 fights. And she really came into Bellator to make a statement. This is her debut fight. And she scored a second-round knockout over Tabatha Watkins, man. I'm just getting around to do this one, man, because there were just so many fights, man, between Bellator, Invicta. What else was there? There was ESPN boxing, Showbox. There was just all this box Friday. Then there was more Bellator on Saturday. Then there was UFC on Sunday. So I was just like swamped with watching fights. So I just kind of had to go back and watch a lot of the fights, reanalyze them and do my post-fight thoughts on them. Because, some of the events, some of the little events that were happening kind of started running together in my mind, man. So it was just crazy. But, I just had to go back and do a post-fight on this one, man, because I felt like Lindsey, she came into Bellator and made a statement. Let's go ahead and look at the fight, man. First round, both fighters, they kind of started off fast with Tabatha looking to be aggressive. And, she started off with some leg kicks early trying to back up Lindsey. But I felt like Lindsey was kind of gaining control with her counter-striking already and her movement. Just using overall better foot movement to set herself up and get out at angles. Lindsey, I felt like she was really using some good boxing feints as well. She was kind of switching up levels to set up that right hand, which she cracked Tabatha like twice with, man. She would get low and then she came back up top with the right hand. And the thing is about her right hand, she was really turning it over. Not just throwing out some like little BS strikes to kind of gain points. She was really trying to knock the girl out. And for 105 pounds, Lindsey definitely had some crack on her shots. You could hear them. When she would hit her flush on the chin, you could hear the shots. And then she would go right back to, setting up another one, man. But in the midpoint of the round, Lindsey was able to switch it up. She went in to feint like she was about to throw another right hand. And, she was able to get a takedown. She went straight in for a takedown and got Tabatha on the ground. On the ground, she had good control. She was landing some strikes and elbows, taking the energy away from Tabatha. Tabatha, she was doing good at kind of evading, some of the blows and trying to stay moving to avoid like a submission. But I just felt like Lindsey was quicker on the ground. She controlled the top. And all the way to the end, man, like just to show how slippery she was, she slipped into like a little transition to armbar. If there was like maybe like 20 more seconds and she fully extended that arm like 20 seconds early in the round, she would have got it. But like when she got it, it was probably like 5-6 seconds left in the round, and the bell rung. So she almost got the armbar attempt. But she didn't get it, man, because of the bell. Second round, Tabatha looking to be more aggressive again, man. She was coming straight at Lindsey. Lindsey being the counter striker, she was stepping out at angles every time Tabatha would kind of rush in. But at this point, man, I really felt like Lindsey kind of knew what to expect from Tabatha. Every time, she would come in, Lindsey would just kind of, feint her. And then once again, she used another feint to get a takedown, and she rushed in. She got a double leg takedown as Tabatha was coming in. So when she got her down again, man, she had the top position, dropping some elbows on her, trying to keep Tabatha down. I have to give Tabatha credit, though. She got a hold of Lindsey's arm and almost got an armbar attempt. But, again, Lindsey being slippery, she was able to slip out and kind of stand up real quick, which was smart. Anytime somebody gets an armbar attempt on you, you kind of want to, and you get out, you kind of want to step up, catch your breath real quick, and then, kind of regroup yourself. But she wanted to take it back to standing, too, because as soon as she stood up, Tabatha tried to stand up, and Lindsey cracked her with 2 big right hands, which really took something out of her, And once she cracked her, it kind of rocked her, but they went into a clinch. So they got into a clinch. And when she was holding on to Lindsey, Lindsey kind of walked her to the center. It looked like she was just having fun, and she just like slammed her on her back, which took some energy out of her. And then when she slammed her, she let her get right back up in the standing, man. And, like I said, the standing is her game. And so as soon as Tabatha got up, she cracked her with 2 big left hands that rocked her right into the fence. And right before she hit her with the right, the referee went on and stopped it, because when she hit her with that second left hand, she fell on her back, man. You could tell it was already over, man. So overall, it was just a good stoppage on the ref's part. Because at this point, I felt like by the second round, Lindsey was just kind of doing whatever she wanted. She was executing whatever she tried at this point. And her power was the game changer in the fight. She was landing some big shots in the first round that was getting reaction out of Tabatha. Second round, she was really hurting her. And then by the end of the round, she had her on her back. So I really felt like, the fight, the stoppage was a good call, man. But overall, good performance by Lindsey VanZandt. Definitely got some power in those hands for 105 pounds, man. Definitely want to see more from her, whether it's Bellator or Invicta, man. I like to see her go back to Invicta. You know, there was a lot of ladies in there she need to, you know, kind of mix it up with, man. But overall, good fight. Good performance. She really made a good statement. Let me know what you guys think. If you saw the fight, definitely go back and watch the fight. It's on the Zone app. Let me know what you think of this one, man. But yeah, that's all I got on this one. Make sure y'all subscribe, Combo Breaker 99, as well as subscribe to the Jab Effect YouTube channel. I'm out. Peace.